Hey everyone, ready to dive deep. Today, we're exploring the philosophy of someone who's all about pushing boundaries, embracing challenges, and saying yes to the hard stuff.
Yeah, we're talking about Avanov, right? The guy who's like, forget chilling, let's climb a mountain with our brains and air bodies.
Exactly. Get ready to explore a perspective on success that's all about saying no to distractions and embracing the power of doing hard things, which honestly is something I struggle with. How about you?
Oh, totally. It's so easy to get caught up in the instant gratification whirlwind of the modern world.
Yeah.
Social media, streaming services, that extra slice of pizza,
Yeah,
we all have our vices.
right. But what makes Abhinov's approach so fascinating is how he defines weakness. He's not talking about lacking ability, it's about lacking control, about giving in to those instant gratification urges we both just mentioned.
And that really resonated with me. He's basically saying those little choices we make to choose the easy path or indulge in fleeting pleasures, they chip away at our capacity for true fulfillment.
It's like we're trading long-term growth for that quick hit of dopamine, right? And it all adds up. Those hours spent scrolling could have been used to learn a language, write a song, or even, I don't know, start training for a marathon.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that our energy is a finite resource. Every time we choose to direct it towards something that doesn't serve us, we're essentially draining our reserves for the things that truly matter.
Which brings us to how Abhinav defines success. Constant self-improvement. And not just in one specific area, he's all about cultivating both intellect and athleticism. Like those two go hand in hand for him, right?
Absolutely. He views them as complementary pursuits, each one enhancing and elevating the other. It's like having a strong mind and a strong body, or vice versa. And honestly, that makes a lot of sense. They require a similar kind of discipline and dedication, wouldn't you say?
Totally. And it's not just about like being a brain in a jar or the gym rat.
Right, exactly. It's about embracing the growth mindset, like Carol Dweck talks about, that belief that we can continually learn and adapt. And that applies to our physical abilities just as much as our mental ones.
Which brings us to probably my favorite part, his motto, stop consuming junk and do hard things. I mean, that sounds so simple, but it's like this powerful punch to the gut.
Yeah. Right. It's a call to action, like a challenge to cut through all the noise and distractions of modern life, all the junk, and focus on what truly matters. The things that challenge us, push us outside our comfort zones.
Because that's where the real growth happens, right? It's like
Yeah.
when I'm procrastinating on a project, and I know it's going to be tough, but once I finally dive in, there's this, I don't know, this sense of accomplishment that's so worth the struggle.
Oh, absolutely. It's about embracing discomfort. You know, it's in those moments when we push past our perceived limitations that we unlock new levels of capability and resilience.
And it seems like Avanov embodies this philosophy in everything he does. I mean, he chose a path that wasn't laid out for him, embracing uncertainty and the unknown. He just went for it.
He did. And that's inspiring, isn't it? He didn't wait for a roadmap. He created his own. And that's such a powerful message for anyone who feels stuck or limited by conventional expectations.
Right. It's like he's saying, hey, you have the power to choose your own adventure. So I want to shift gears here for a second and bring this back to our listeners. Think about your own life. What are some of those hard things you've been putting off?
Yeah, maybe it's finally starting that business, writing that novel, or asking that person out on a date. Whatever it is, big or small, it's about identifying those areas where we become complacent and challenging ourselves to do better, to be better.
I love that. And what if instead of always choosing the easy path, we consciously framed our lives as this continuous pursuit of doing hard things?
Hmm, I like that.
How would that change our perspective, our choices, and ultimately our sense of fulfillment? Just something to ponder. And on that note, that's a wrap on another deep dive.